guys, welcome to another Top 10 here on 24 Kevin Tendo. I'm your host, 24 Kevin, and today we are going to do something a little different. So today I was cleaning up my basement a little bit, and I was able to find Pokemon I drew from my childhood in elementary school. And I thought they were hilarious. I loved them personally. It was a great nostalgia trip for me, and I thought, why not show it to you guys and see what you guys think of the videos, or the Pokemon in the video. So here's my Pokemon from my childhood, so please be gentle. These are from when I was a kid, in all fairness, so cut me some slack, please. First up has a little backstory behind it. When I was a kid, the first time I heard of vegetarian, I was in school. One of the kids decided to try and do it. I can't remember who it was. It was a girl, though. And she was going off on how vegetarian was great, how you didn't have to harm animals or anything. And I remember I was really into Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, well, what if there was a cabbage Pokemon? Would you eat that? It's a vegetable, but it's living, so could you eat that? And she's sitting there like, what the hell are you talking about? And I'm like, let me show you. So I made the picture of a cabbage Pokemon. And I was like, would you eat this? Would you eat this cabbage? You see, the vegetables have feelings too now. Now the vegetables have feelings. You can't eat that because they have a soul. And the whole reason you're not eating meat is because you say it's harmful to animals, so you're harming a Pokemon. This is infallible 2-4 baby kid logic. Phenomenal logic. When I was younger, I wasn't really good at making air-type flying types, because I'm like, I don't want flying types. Every single flying type's a stupid bird. This is around Generation 1 and 2, where every single flying type was a bird or a bug. I'm like, why do they all have to be birds or bugs? I want to have, like, a wind-type creature that can run on the ground. And so I came up with the Gust Lizard, as I called him, or the Gale Lizard. I can't remember what I called him. It was one of the two. But basically his whole thing was, or it was the Gale Toad, or the Gale whatever. And I thought if he was a toad or a lizard, it was one of them. I couldn't decide what it was. But his whole thing was, if he ran around, he could exhale and inhale anything. He could inhale like Kirby, but exhale it like a freaking cannon. Like he would shoot whirlwind out of his mouth was the whole thing. He could use gust from his mouth. He was thinking all the air attacks that he could just go... So basically it was mainly inspired by Kirby is what I'm trying to say. But that's what I always wanted. I always wanted like an air type that could float and use air type moves or flying type moves. I keep calling them air type moves. But I wanted it like a wind type moves, like the whirlwind, the gust, everything just to be exhaled from his mouth. Once again, mainly inspired by Kirby, but I thought he was awesome growing up. That was a cool, really cool one, I thought. I'm gonna try covering up part of it first, so that you guys can only see part of it at a time. So first up, we have this little guy that I called the Horned Imp. He was the Horned Imp. Where is he? He is not there. There he is! Horned Imp. That is the Horned Imp right there. So what he was he was just a little guy with a horn, and he would run around, and you could have... I know you guys can pretty much see what's through the paper there, so you guys can see the other one. Oh, that's a little bit better, so you can't see it as well. But that's the Horned Imp. I remember making him, and he was like one of my favorite little dudes. And I'm like, he's awesome. I'm inspired by him. What if we could transform him into like a psychic type, like a psychic fighting type? I really liked fighting types in this generation. This was around Primate and everything in Pokemon, and I thought Ash really only scratched the surface when he got Primate, so that like kind of devastated me, and I really wanted Primate on my team. Unfortunately, no such luck, so I made this guy, and then I'm like, what if I had a fighting psychic type? Yeah, that's right. This is the Hornet's evolution with his longer ears and his punching fists. That's right. Look at this. And I'm not going to do all of this anymore. And this is his other evolution that could happen at night. So it was like an evolution that it could become two different ones there. One was the evil one that you would train at night, but he was stronger in fighting and rage. This one, I believe, had a stronger like special attack and psychic moves. He was physical, he was psychic, but you could choose which way you wanted it to grow. And I think I made another evolution for each of them. I can't find the pictures anywhere in my room. I believe he would actually turn into like a werewolf type Horned Imp creature, even though he sort of is. He was the Horned Imp, or he was the Horned Imp. He was psychic, or Psych Imp. Psych Imp, that was that. I think he was the Rage Imp. And then he evolved into a Metal Imp, which he was covered in metal armor and everything, and I thought that was really cool. And I can't remember who Psych Imp turned into. I don't think I made one for him, because I thought Psych Imp was pretty badass. I don't know, I really liked Psych Imp. But I put a little bit of lightning bolts and stuff on him, too, afterwards, because I made him into a electric type as opposed to a psychic. the Psych Imp. So I changed that one around, so that would have been another evolution. In fact, let me doodle that in so you got... No, I don't want to ruin this picture. I'll draw it in here. I'll put it on a separate piece of paper. Do I have any blanks on here? I do! Oh, no. I don't want to ruin it! There was another evolution that I just remembered. I can't remember the electric, like the lightning bolts on it and everything. I thought it was really cool. I liked it, but those are my other guys from my childhood there. Oh, they're so cool. I remember, I love that guy. Up next was two people. They were called Seedling and Herbra, which means tree. In French is arbre, just backwards. So there's Seedling and Herbra right there. One was just a little seedling grass type. These were the starters in my version. Seedling was our little grass type. He was kind of useless. He was like an oddish essentially, but he got better and better into Herbra. I remember Herbra was badass. I made him super, super fast. And he had the ability to use flying type moves. Once again, my thing with my wind type moves. Screw flying type, wind type for the win. Wind type moves. A little bit of a misshapen leaf. It's just lazy Kevin deciding not to redraw it and being like, yeah, that leaf is good enough. It's good enough. Oh, Kevin. Oh, yeah, I only made one evolution for this guy, but I remember he was half inspired by Pikachu, or more specifically Pika Blue, because I thought there was going to be a water mouse, which wound up being Meryl, and I'm like, Meryl isn't that great, so we're going to make something else, and we ended up making this guy. I never named him, but he is the water mouse with his ridiculously large shoulder pads, and I remember he kept evolving. I think I evolved him into an alligator next, and I don't know why. I'm like, a water mouse to an alligator makes sense. But it makes as much sense as a water mouse in all fairness. This is the guy I made. I liked him. I thought he was cute and adorable. I'm just realizing how fat I originally made him. I love how I made him really fat here. And then I'm just like, nah, let's make him skinnier. And I just decided to leave that line in there and not redraw it. Just take that in for a second. That's, once again, lazy 24 childhood in action. But that was another starter. He was my water mouse starter. He was the water type starter that everyone gets. And the other one that I have here, which was, I believe these two were my favorite. He was my fire type starter and his evolution. Shwa! Check him out. It was Little Flame and Big Flame. I think that's what it was called. I called him Little Flame. I know that. That was really cool. I can't remember what I named him, though. I also used to put symbols on all of them. I can't remember what the symbols looked like, though. But, I always really, like I said, I always really wanted fighting-type Pokemon because of the anime with, Primate and everything. So, when I had the chance, I drew myself these guys, and I'm like, yeah, fighting-type fire Pokemon. This is amazing! And so, I was like, round 2, that's when he starts getting his, fire punch and everything and all those moves. And then, after that, he evolved into, a boxing-type thing, I remember. I don't have a picture of it, either. I wish I had these 3-stage evolution pictures that I had, from when I was a kid. They were awesome. I don't know where they are. I only could find these. If I ever find them again, I'll definitely show them to you guys. But, his thing was, his head was made of fire. I remember his hands were made of fire, and then his body was just, jacked. But it's probably a lot less underwhelming than it actually looked like, because you saw how the rest of these pictures are. But those are my top 10 Pokemon from my childhood, and ironically enough, it is 10 Pokemon that I found. I really don't know. If I had the other ones, I'd show you guys. Hopefully I can find more and keep showing you guys. Let me know what you guys thought. Let me know if you guys enjoyed these kind of episodes where I talk about my childhood and stuff. So that's all the time we got for this top 10 on 24 Kevin Tendo. That's actually 10 Pokemon too. That's ironic. Really would have had to hunt for more if I didn't have them. But I hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. I'll try and announce a winner for the contest tomorrow. Hopefully I can get that out in time. Let me know what your guys' favorite Pokemon was out of the list and which ones you guys created as a child. Try and describe them or put a picture in the comment section down below and I'll try and check them out. As always, thank y'all for watching so much. For everyone here at 24 Kevin Tendo, I'm your host 24 Kevin. I gotta go though. I wanna go find more of these Pokemon. I'm really interested to do it now. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye!